just wanted to tell you about these reporters that were interviewing a 104-year-old woman. And they asked her, what do you think is the best thing about being 104? Reporter asked. She simply replied, no peer pressure. Then, well, okay, here we go. Three old guys are walking. Okay. Three guys out walking. First guy says,
the picture, I showed her a video.
windy, isn't it? Second one says, no, it's Thursday. Third one says, so am I, let's go have a beer. So, be thinking of it.
What did it say on the driver's license, Bonnie?
I have an answer to that, but I won't do it. Okay, kudos. Let's give Dave Gallo a hand again, please, for this wonderful brisket sausage. And to all of us for all the other wonderful food. Y'all did an A+ job of bringing. The good part about it is, we can just keep on grazing, for a couple hours. So if you get a little full, you just wait and just eat a little more. Okay. Right now, I don't have it. I don't have the governor's letter. I don't have the governor's letter. I left it in the car. Yeah. Let's do something else. It's in that book. Okay. I'm going to ask Kurt to come up and read the. Well, he didn't really take formal minutes. I think but it highlights from last year's meeting, an overview of the treasurer's report and things like that. So where's Mr. Kurt?
I'm trading my camera with somebody. I'm getting your backside.
Well, I'd say that's my best side, but neither will do. So you're getting your notes. Okay. Looks like we have a better turnout this year than we did last year. So I'm excited about that. Okay, Mr. Ewald will tell you what happened last year.
Yeah, I'll just do a brief summarization of what we did last year. We had a total of 55. The most in attendance were from the William McDougall family. And we'll see if the Lonnie McDougall family can't beat them this year. We'll see. But we had the furthest last year. I don't think he's here today. Larry McDougall last year came from Tulsa, Oklahoma. R.C. Zesh was the eldest. He was 88 years of age. The youngest was Natalie Sophia, I believe, was it Whitman? Did I get that correctly? She was 15 months old, from the William family. The most reunions, as far as attendance, Josephine Bartels over here. She believes that she has probably been coming to most of the reunions.
And nobody else is mad.
And then last year we had this awesome donation of canned goods from the Cans products over here that everybody's been bidding on. And so if you haven't had a chance to bid, the tables over here, feel free to continue bidding on that. So we think Keith Reed, is that how you pronounce it? Ray. Sorry. R-E-E-H. I know how to spell it. I don't know how to pronounce it though. And that was pretty much it from last year, other than the strong winds that we had. If y'all remember, everything was blowing off the tables last year. So far we've fared a little bit better. I'm going to go ahead and pass the microphone back to Bonnie Bartels.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Kurt. What I was about to read when I couldn't get my act together, which is nothing new. Here we go. Look. It's not as windy as it was last year, though. Lord, that was really windy. Mom, Josephine Bartels, wrote to the governor, because we had had a letter before from the governor. I think it was Clemens back when we got the last one or something like that. Governors recognize family reunions if you tell them about it. So we have an official proclamation in the state of Texas, Office of the Governor. Greetings to the 2013 Alexander McDougall and Johanna Rahe family reunion. I'm honored to extend greetings to all in attendance at the reunion of the Alexander McDougall and Johanna Rahe family. Our families are our foundation. Through time, they have been central to defining who we are as a people, helping always to nurture the values and traditions we carry into adulthood and pass from one generation to the next. Family reunions reaffirm the ties that bind, whether it is spending time sharing meals, cooking together, or retelling cherished stories. Family reunions create treasured memories that will forever strengthen the best within us. To you all, First Lady Anita Perry joins me in sending best wishes for a wonderful event. Sincerely, Rick Perry, Governor. I'm Texas. Aren't we special? Okay, I got the results of the Elizabeth Bounds is a friend of mine and my brother's George's girlfriend, and we put her to work, and she's been running around with that money jar trying to get everybody to see how close they could get to it. And Nancy McDougall gets $25.93. She gets $25. She's the closest. So, thanks for playing the game. It was just for a little fun there. When we get together like this, I ask myself, or I think we ask ourselves, why are we really here? To answer that, I'm going to ask my mother, Josephine, to come up and read. It's kind of the family history or the story of how our ancestors met and then everyone followed and why we're here. It takes about 10 to 12 minutes, and she's going to read through it, and it explains how they met and where and things that I think that a lot of you have heard before, but I think we should do it at every reunion. Remind everybody of our ancestry and a little history and story, more of a story. Josephine. Talk right into the mic. You want me to hold the mic?
What you gonna do for your daughter? But anyway, she's probably going to do a better job of this than I will. But anyway, I do, having come so frequently, I have heard this from time to time. But I do think that it's worth repeating, and if you've never heard it, it's interesting. It's entitled, it's on the wrong page even, the McDougall Clan in Central Texas. The McDougall story began in Central Texas around 1854 when Alexander McDougall arrived in Fredericksburg and met Johanna Rahe, his future bride-to-be. Alexander left his home in Toronto, Canada, so the story goes, at age 18 after dispute with his Irish stepmother. Probably at age 18, he was looking for an excuse to leave and go out into the world and seek his fortune. In this instance, it would perhaps more aptly put to say, go face the cold, cruel world. Little did he dream when he left his native Canada that he was never to see his family or home again. Scarcely is anything now remembered of the stories he related through the years concerning his immediate family. He often mentioned a Sister Jane, who apparently was very dear to him. She kept in touch by writing and sending pictures of family members. Sister Jane died in 1907 at the home of her daughter, Lena, Mrs. L.P.O. General, of 800 Knoll Street in Cleveland, Ohio. Lena took her mother's remains back to Toronto for burial in Mount Pleasant Cemetery in the family plot. Another family member often mentioned was Sir William McDougall. Because of his exceptional oratorical ability, knighthood was conferred upon him by Queen, likely Queen Victoria, who reigned between 1840 and 1901. You will note that Sir William had several namesakes in Texas. Alexander named his first child William, who was my grandfather, and his son Henry also named his first son William. In Albany, New York, the year unknown, Alexander McDougall enlisted in the United States Army. He would have to report directly to Fort Sam Houston in San Antonio, Texas. At Fort Sam, he was ordered to go with a group of cavalrymen to San Santa. The purpose of the assignment was to help round up the last Indians there, who were to be taken to Indian Territory in Oklahoma. When the weary soldiers arrived in Fredericksburg, they stopped at the famous Nimitz Hotel on Main Street for rest and a refreshment break. Here, some hospitable citizens had gathered to serve them some little homemade bread and German coffee cake. Among the group was a teenage brunette girl by the name of Johanna Rahe. She had immigrated with her parents to America when a young child. They were from Westphalia, Germany. Legend has it that when Alexander and Johanna met, it was a case of love at first sight. True it is that she could not speak English and he could not converse in German. In later years, she often recalled that day in Fredericksburg, telling how handsome he looked on a huge black horse as he departed and headed north toward San Saba. It is also said that before leaving, he vowed that someday soon he would return and again find that pretty raven-haired lassie. In 1856, Johanna Rahe and Alexander McDougall were married in the historic Vereinskerke by the Reverend B. Dangers, where she had previously been confirmed by the same pastor. The Vereinskerke was the first church on the Texas frontier, and the Reverend Dangers was its minister for 20 years. He was an ancestor of Eugene Zesch and the Henry McDougall families. The young married couple first made their home in Wichita Falls, where he had received a small land grant from the government. Here their first child, a son, whose name was William, that's my grandfather, was born. One can imagine how lonely the young bride must have been, far away from home and among total strangers. She occupied herself by making a buckskin suit for her new husband. After countless hours of handwork, she finally finished it. With pride and joy, she hung it on a nail behind the door. Suddenly, a buckskin Indian appeared and invited himself in, looked around the room, saw the buckskin garment, took it off the nail, and made a quick getaway with it. After about a year, Alexander and Johanna, with little Billy, returned to Fredericksburg. They settled near Marsh Ranch in Gillespie County, where he established a blacksmith shop. As time went by, the family rapidly increased. 2 sons, Frankie and Alex, died in infancy. The other children, in chronological order, were John, Tom, Alonzo, Mary Jane, Henry, Alex, Matilda, Emma, Herman, and Lily. Yes, including Billy, a total of 13 children were born from this union. They were succeeded by 74 grandchildren. Matilda, who died in 1958 at age 90, was the last surviving member of the family. During the Reconstruction period following the Civil War, times were very, very hard. Imagine having so many mouths to feed. Enough to drink, drive one to drink, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
And it was said that Alexander did indeed love his Scotch water of life. Once a stranger stopped in the McDougall home, he was puzzled as to what nationality that family might be. When alone with little Herman, he just up and asked. The little lad said, "Me and my father are Americans and the rest are Dutch." Fortunately, the Mars Ranch, a racehorse training and breeding center, was a thriving community, and some of the McDougall children found employment there at an early age. There were 2 stores, a hotel, huge rock barns, a post office, and a schoolhouse, which is now listed on the National Register of Historic Places. The wealthy Morris family came from Michigan and originally bought the ranch for 25 cents an acre. In spite of their lack of worldly possessions, the McDougalls were rich in spirit and had close family ties. Many evenings the parents gathered around the children as the mother played the auto harp and the father the fiddle. They enjoyed happy sing-songs together. Alexander often expressed a desire to see his Canadian family once more, but he was never privileged to return to Toronto. He said he was reluctant to invite them to his home because of their meager existence. So how does one explain why a family with a Gaelic name, McDougall, speak German, prefer the waltz to the jig or Highland fling, are proficient on numerous musical instruments, but most have never seen a bagpipe? They love German songs and folk songs, are fiercely loyal to one another, and consequently today have 88 clan gatherings, making our first clan gathering in 1925. If you listen to this tale or read it, you may have solved the problem, the puzzle. It is very simple. We're all Americans, and we love it.
Josephine.
Ain't she great?
Yes.
Okay, let's see what's next. A few tears are clouding my eyes, and I can't see real well. Okay. Now, I'd like to open up the meeting for anyone to speak. This is a kind of the bragging rights time. Whether it's bragging, informing, letting us know what's happening in your family, or a good joke. But I mean, you know, weddings, promotions, anniversaries, births, deaths, you know, whatever. And if you'll raise your hand, I'll come to you and let you speak. And also, my mother wants to. I'm going to give her the microphone again, and she wants to brag a little bit. So I'll start with her, since she's the star of the show today, and rightfully so, the oldest probably.
Well, I just want to say that my okay, can you hear me? My sister's 2 boys, my brother's 2 boys, and my 2 children are all here today. And that's the first time the first cousins have all been together. I bet you in 10 years or something. They all live in Texas, but busy. And so I'm just, y'all stand or raise your hands or something. My, all my grandchildren, my children and their spouses. And then too, I was just so privileged to have Doug and Nell Bennell here today. Way back when we were in Turner Hall, we had bragging rights then too, you know. And I bragged on him because I said at that time that he had a middle school named after him because of his community work, his school board, his church, his community. He is well known and well respected. And of course he wasn't there, and this is the first time he's been here in a long time. So why don't y'all just stand? I'm just so proud to have you. That's my say for the day.
Who else has had something happen in their family that is significant?
Okay, I'm Patricia King Grote, granddaughter of Arthur McDougall, whose father was Alonzo McDougall. And we have a new addition in our family. My daughter we lost in 2010, and this is her oldest son. And he and his wife gave birth to a brand new little baby girl on December the 27th. She's now 3 months old. Her name is Anna Lucia Mercedes Goodman.
I just want to tell you all that I'm Wanda Ray, my son Keith, my husband Alton, and I lost my sister December the 5th of 2012.
Okay, I think we have some other birth announcements and stuff around here. Jennifer? Yes, we want to, like I said, the most important thing for all of us to do is to make sure you have written down and given to Kurt your address and your email address and your phone number and everything so we can contact you. Any other special events in anybody's family or a joke? Somebody knows a good joke, right? You don't want to listen to another one of mine, do you? Yeah, here we go. Ronnie.
I'm Ronnie Dash. Matilda was my grandmother, and I think that in Matilda's family, I'm probably the first one. I may be wrong, but I think I'm the first one to have a great-grandson. And he was born Halloween 31st. So I've got a great-grandson.
Anybody else? Come on, bragging rights. You know you'll all
Oh, and his name is Hyatt James Zesh.
Hyatt James Zesh. All righty. We built a little fort over here that I have to keep going around. Sorry about that. Okay, I want to recognize each of you now according to the children of Alexander and Johanna Rahe. So I'm going to go from William down to Lily, and we're going to stand up. If you stand up according to whichever family you're in, and we're going to count you. And everything's a game today. It's fun. So let's see who showed up from which family the best. So, first child born was William, my ancestors. Please stand if you're a descendant of William McDougall. Can somebody count this, give it an official count? You want to count off? And that includes friends and significant others of family. George, can you get
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
anybody have a pen? I lost my pen.
Yeah. Round it up to 25.
Lots of friends. 25. That's her lucky number.
What did we come up with?
40.
Well, the truth be is I paid everybody to come, really. Checks in the mail. How many are there?
Hey, we cashed ours yesterday.
Near 25.
Near 25, okay.
Because the children are playing and stuff.
Everybody. All right, anybody who is from John's family, John McDougall, please stand.
Just me.
Joyce. Good for you, Joyce. Tom McDougall. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that what I'm getting?
Honey, I'm gonna stand up just to help.
7.
That's a lucky number.
Thank you. Okay, Alonzo, or Lonnie, as he's more well known, I suppose. Whoa! All righty then. Let's try to get a count, please. Do y'all want to count off? Would that help?
Go.
Go.
1, 2,
3, 4, 6, 7. You're 8 friends. 9, 10. 9, 10, and
11, 12. We brought 5 children. 18, 19, 20, 21.
22.
22.
Whip. Is that everybody? Whip.
About 25. We have about 25. I mean, that's the figure of y'all's family, about 25.
26, huh? Y'all are putting me in a position here, you know. This is official business. All right. Okay.
And you know, those two, both of them could be pregnant with triplets now.
Okay, anybody here from Mary Jane's family? No one? No descendant from Mary Jane? How about Henry?
Here it is.
Hey! Our old clan chief. Okay. Alex? Anybody from Alex? I guess they called him Alex instead of Alexander, I don't know. 0. Okay, Matilde? There we go.
2.
That's just 6.
7. We'll take 7.
You'll take 7? Okay, that sounds good to me too.
25.
25. 27.
27.
Okay, Emma.
35.
Can y'all count off, please?
5, 10, 15, 20.
And that's the way we're going to count the money in a minute here, too. 7. How about Herman?
Oh, hell, I'll stand it.
Thank you.
He's bound to have been a nice guy.
Are you really a member, or are you just playing? He's playing. Okay, nobody from Herman then, right? Lily?
lose, maybe.
Anybody from Lily, okay. So, I think the award goes to Alonzo. It's almost a tie between Alonzo and William, but you know, you saw what happened, so you know, judge for yourselves. Right? Okay, now it's about time for us to tabulate. I want to get Keith Ray up here and talk a little bit about his business, and he was so kind to donate all these things, and I think y'all have done a great job of this all goes into our hat, but then I'm going to pass the hat too in a little while, so I'm going to hit you twice, so we'll do it. So, but first of all, I want him to talk about, did you pick up the slips and see who won? I'll pick them up while you talk, okay?
Unless anybody wants to bid.
I think we should give each one more chance, and they don't have to know what we can announce that and then decide they want to bid them all. Give them one more chance to sign.
Is that what you think too? But how are we gonna collect?
I didn't hear that.
Well, how's everybody gonna know?
Does anybody else want to bid?
Does anybody else want to bid on the canned goods? I think we should wrap it up now. Okay.
Pull them.
I'll pull them and you talk.
What do you want to talk about?
Anything.
Bonnie.
About your canned goods.
Bonnie, what you could do is just take off the slips and you can hold it up and say dot or dot, see if I want to bid more than this.
Okay.
Could you do that?
Yeah.
Don't anybody bid, there's no way about it. I've seen your name on anything. Certain women
Okay, I think this is a work in progress, so we're just going to take it one step at a time. My name is Keith Ray. I belong to MSI. I have the canned goods business what I do for a living. Nothing spectacular. I'm not going to brag on myself. If you like the product, great. If you don't like the product, that's great too. I'll take you to what I will do is I'll just grab a basket and the paper and bring it to you, and you can pay me, and I've got change, so that's not a problem, and then I'll turn all the money after it's over to Bonnie, and she and I have this secret trip. We've got a jet hire for going to Vegas. Yeah, so we need to wrap this up quickly in 10 minutes. Okay.
Want to go down?
Yeah. I'll just go down the row and give your name out. I'm not going to tell you what you paid for it.
There you go.
In case your members don't want to know. The first one I've got is the jam basket. And it goes to Leanne Parker. You want these papers, Bonnie?
Yes, sir. Should have done duplicates, should have done a two-part NCR. Okay. Well, he didn't identify all of this stuff, so he.
Yeah, I didn't write it on.
I tell you what, why don't you do all the winners, and then we'll, at the end, maybe can they meet you at the back and do do that? Would that work, or what do you?
That's you.
Would that work for you? Okay, we're gonna announce the winners, I think, and then after the meeting, if you could meet like in the back corner, you know, and then we can do all the changing and all the money changing at one time instead of individually right now.
Mommy, wouldn't it be easier at meeting at the table?
Okay, meet at the table. Oh, meet at the table.
That's how we meet at the table.
At least we got somebody.
How about we meet at the table? Well, this is the first time we've done this, so we'll try to get this, you know, perfected, yeah, next year. But we're just grateful that he donated all this. This is all going into our. I'll tell you what we can do right now, while we're talking about money. Do we have a hat?
We're gonna pass the hat and y'all put some more money in.
Yeah. We're gonna hit you twice. You would just, this goes to our fund, you know, these things are not free, you know, the pavilion costs money, and the meat costs money, and the band, and all kinds of other stuff, so we need help, and the more we give, the better we can do in putting it on, so please put your generous hat on while you're passing this hat. Here's that. Y'all and I, y'all got a different system. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna tell who won what, and the baskets will be here with the name on it. We've got Brad Bartels, who's got the salsa and garlic basket. Woohoo! Congratulations. And then we've got Bonnie, who's got the pickle basket.
That was rigged.
Yeah, I slipped an extra 20 into there. And then we've got two baskets here for Dwight. I'm going to screw this up. Vorpal. I apologize. You've got two baskets. You've got the sweet sauerkraut and pickle, and then the pickle basket.
All right.
Thanks for your generosity. Then we have, wow. We've got one jar of pickles to Gregory Parker, and I'm not going to tell you, but thank you. And then we've got four that go to, five that go to Leanne Parker. And we've got three that are going to Susie King. Thank you. And last but not least, we have Chris Hall has got one basket and a jar of jalapenos. And y'all can come in, settle up with me. I've got change. I'm kind of at a loss for words. Me and Bonnie were talking about this, and I didn't know how good it was going to go over, but I'm impressed.
Let's give ourselves a hand.
Y'all did a hell of a job, Sergeant Tom. And I hope you enjoy the prize. Thank you. God bless.
Now we're going to take a moment to, the band is only going to play till 2:30, so we want to hear some more music.
Who's the oldest and youngest?
This is the last item to do. We want to recognize the oldest, the youngest, and the person who came the farthest, who traveled the farthest, and we have a little gift for you. So, let's try to determine who's the oldest. What are we going to do with 100? No. 99, 98, 97, 96, 95. Andy Vorpal gets it for 85 years old. Now, I think it could be my mother Josephine, who's 84. Anybody older than 84? Doug is how old? 89. Okay, Doug Bennell. Okay, anybody older than 89? All right. Okay. So glad that you were able to make it, Doug. Okay, let's go for the youngest. We start at 1 week old. No, what? 2 months old. 6 months. I think we have an 8-month here somewhere, right? Who's the youngest person in the building?
Mentally or physically?
Well, we're talking physically, not mentally, or else I would get that one.
18 months?
18 months? Is that young lady sitting up there on that table there? Yeah, she knows I'm talking about her. What's her name?
Gina Parker.
Gina Parker, 18 months old. You are the big winner. We expect to see you here for 80 more years, young lady. Okay, before I wrap this up, and this concludes our business meeting. Does anybody have anything else on their mind that they wanted to mention? I want to say again, thank you for being so generous and
Were you going to do the farthest?
Oh, I didn't do the farthest. I'm sorry. Who came the farthest? Anybody from Egypt? No. China. Really? Who thinks they came the farthest? Anybody from another state?
Can't do 200 miles.
Fort Worth.
Okay, we got, what, 250? Is that 250 miles?
McDougall is pretty far.
McDougall, I believe even beats that, doesn't it? Okay, who else? We've had people from other states, come many times. State of abuse? Confusion.
No, that too.
Maybe we should not go there.
Free State of Roseville.
Okay, it seems like Nathan Lombrick and his family they came the farthest from McAllen. No? We got somebody else going on there? I'm not understanding, Cindy. Somebody tell me what's going on back there.
Yes, they came the farthest.
They came the farthest. Okay. Does anybody want the floor for a moment to say anything that could be on your mind, suggestion or whatever? Yes, ma'am.
We're gonna be married 50 years, November the 30th.
Well, I don't know if that's congratulations or condolences. Now that's wonderful. That's congratulations. Anybody else? Okay, I hope we what we're going to do in a minute is we're going to step out here. What direction is that? Northeast? North? East. Okay, we're going to get on that lawn and we're going to take a big family photo. So if y'all would hang out for that, if y'all want to have your own individual little reunions and we can all enjoy a little community nights and visit and eat and dance. Always nobody's dancing. That disappoints me. Disappointing. Okay, but I'm going to close with this thought. Everybody ready for my closing thought? Come on. You don't stop laughing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop laughing. Amen. God bless. Thank you.